கிருஷ்ணு அகாடமி சார்பாக உங்களை வருக வருகன்னு வரவேற்கிறேன் வாசு சார். மிஸ்டர் வாசுதேவன் இவர் வந்து எனக்கு 15 வருஷமா நண்பர். ரொம்ப சாஃப்டானவர், ரொம்ப சாஃப்ட்னா ரொம்ப சாஃப்டானவர். இவர் வந்து பிகாம் படிச்சிருக்காரு. பிகாம் முடிச்சுட்டு ICWAI அதுக்கப்புறம் CFP பண்ணியிருக்காரு. 1990ல இருந்து இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில இருக்காரு. ரொம்ப சீனியர் மோஸ்ட் பர்சன். ஸ்டாக் புரோக்கர் கிட்ட ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருந்தாரு 98 வரைக்கும். 98ல இருந்து 2007 வரைக்கும் HDFC பேங்க் அண்ட் ICICI பேங்க்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணாரு. தென் அதுக்கப்புறம் என்னடா இது பேங்க்லயே நம்ம சர்வீஸ் கொடுக்கறது, நம்ம விருப்பத்துக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி மனசுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி கொடுக்க முடியலையே அப்படின்னு இவர் வந்து மனசாட்சி கூட சேர்ந்து ஒர்க் பண்றவர். எப்பவுமே மனசாட்சி என்னைக்குமே விட்டு கொடுக்காத ஒரு நல்ல நண்பர். 2007ல என்ன பண்ணாரு, தனியா வந்து தன் சொந்த காலில் நிக்கிறதுக்காக ஆப்டிமா பைனான்சியல் சர்வீசஸ் பிரைவேட் லிமிடெட்ன்ற கம்பெனி ஆரம்பிச்சு இன்னைக்கு ரொம்ப புகழ் பெற்று இருக்காரு. இன்னைக்கு இதுல மட்டும் இல்ல, நம்ம கிட்ட மட்டும் இல்ல, டிவில கூட புகழ் சார். எந்த சேனல் எடுங்க இவரு தான் வராரு. அவ்வளவு பாப்புலரான பர்சன். இவரை இன்னைக்கு இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்றோம். இவர்கிட்ட இன்னைக்கு நான் கேட்டுக்கிட்டபடி இவர்கிட்ட சார் எப்பவுமே இன்டர்வியூ மாதிரி பண்ணி பண்ணி எனக்கு போர் அடிச்சு போச்சு சார். அதனால நம்மளோட 26வது ப்ரோக்ராம் இன்னைக்கு நடக்குது. இன்னைக்கு ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து நீங்க ஃபுல்லா கண்ட்ரோல் எடுத்துக்கிறீங்க. யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு டூ, ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு வெயிட் அண்ட் வாட்ச் அப்படின்னு. ஓகே அப்படின்னு. சரி என்ன சார் செஷன் பண்ணலாம்னு கேட்டேன். சார் நீங்க தான் புல்லட் கோட் போட்டு வந்திருக்கீங்க. இன்னைக்கு நீங்க புல்லட் கோட் போட்டு வந்ததுனால இன்னைக்கு புல்லட் ப்ரூஃபிங் யுவர் இன்கம் அப்படின்னு ஒரு செஷன் எடுக்கலாமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டாரு. சார் என்ன சார் நீங்க நான் கோட்டு போட்டதுக்காக புல்லட் ப்ரூஃப் யுவர் இன்கம் அப்படின்னு எடுக்கிறேன்றீங்களா சார், ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் பண்ணுங்க சார் அப்படின்ட்டேன். ஸோ வி இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் வாசு சார் டு யூ. சார், stage is yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramesh. In fact, it's been a pleasure to actually be a guest in one of your programs. I have been very closely following Krishnam Academy, and in fact, your passion for knowledge sharing is quite evident to me. In fact, we had associated while you were leading, you were the helms of IFA Galaxy. I remember doing a lot of knowledge sharing programs in Pondicherry, Hyderabad, Kochi, Coimbatore, and a lot of other places. You used to have that zeal to actually spread knowledge and empower people. In fact, during this testing times, where everybody is fearful about what would happen to the future, I could only draw a parallel, particularly the name that you have having for your own academy. I think like we are all in a Kurukshetra, and you are playing the role of a catalyst like Krishna himself. Okay, in fact, to win over the evil and become very, very successful in this Kurukshetra, the catalyst that you are actually playing in terms of empowering the IFAs. This is what is required during the trying times, and you have been doing that so very well. I'm extremely happy to. I closely follow. It's very, very relevant information that you're sharing. And this is an ideal platform and the most required platform at this point in time. I feel honored and it's my pleasure. And I also wish Krishna Academy loads and loads of good wishes. I wish you take this entire empowering of IFAs to a whole new level altogether.
Thank you, sir. Tathastu. Thank you, sir. Tathastu.
My pleasure. In fact, I would also take this opportunity to place on record a very crucial role that people like you and particularly Manika Srini had played in my role. As you correctly said, though I had vast experience in financial services, when I started my career in 2007, and I was really struggling that time. I didn't know what to do, how to do. I had all the knowledge, but I never was able to comfortably translate the knowledge into action and into a business model. I was desperately looking for mentorship, and that is when Srini came in. Srini, I knew him from my earlier contact. He called me and invited me to one of the IFA Galaxy program, and but for that, I'm really saying this, I would not be in this profession today. I owe the entire credit to people like Srini and you. In fact, looking at all those people in 2009, yourselves, Mr. AKN, VSK,
BK.
then, yes, VKS, that is what has been a major turning point in my career, I would say. In fact, looking at them, I thought I had a very strong conviction then. If all those people who have been there in the business for more than 10, 15 years, and I saw all of you very successful and happy, really. And I thought the key to success is to just hang on and, slowly learn and grow yourself. If you stuck here in this business for more than 10 years, success is yours to reap. That is the learning, and that is what is keeping me going. And that is the kind of knowledge I want to impart and transfer to others. See, today, Mr. Ramesh sir, if you look at the entire mutual fund industry, I find that there are about 130,000 distributors totally, out of which only about a handful of them, I would say only about 15% of them are active. When I say active, people who are actually doing some business on a monthly basis. And also, another startling fact that I found out was there are only about 30,000 distributors who are having an AUM of 5 crores or above. Okay, in order to be successful in this business for you, you need to make money. And if your AUM is less than 5 crores, definitely you are not making enough money for you to sustain and survive. So I thought I would probably, speak to all those people. And recently there has been an addition of about another 30,000 IFAs in the last 2 years. So I would dedicate this presentation, this a little bit of knowledge sharing, whatever I've gained in the past 15 years. I will dedicate this entirely to those people who are trying to, you're struggling to actually meet the ends today. I want you to take faith. I want you to really make the best use of it through whatever knowledge that I'm sharing today. With that little bit of background, I would like to probably go ahead and share whatever I have prepared a small presentation. I will share it. And as you correctly said, that bulletproofing of your business is definitely going to be there in my presentation. Yes. So I'm going to be sharing the presentation. As I'm sharing the presentation, I will also speak to you. I will share you my experiences, and I will also, drop in a little bit of stories for you to make the entire conversation interesting to listen. Okay? Thank you, sir. Okay. This is the time that we need to have faith. What is happening now is the entire global economy, the entire global is now gripped by one factor, which is fear. And we need to replace that fear, and we need to actually replace it with faith. Now, what is faith? And this is the definition of faith that I've come across, one of the best definitions. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. So I would like to probably share a small story in order to help people understand what is faith and why it is so important. There was this guy who was very, very passionate about conquering the great Himalayas. So he undertook a big mammoth trekking experience, and he started trekking. And as the day progressed, he was doing considerable progress in his trek. And see, in these situations, in this environment, you don't know when actually the night will fall. It will fall suddenly, rapidly. So he wanted to achieve a particular peak before he called it a day. Unfortunately, darkness engulfed and the night fell, and he was not able to reach the destination. So he was trying to, it was pitch dark. Remember, you're alone and out there in the cold. The pitch dark actually started frightening him. And where he was very confident and he was making good progress, because of the frightening, he slipped. But luckily, you know, the trickers, they have a pig and they have the rope tied to the pig. So from there, he fell by about 50 feet. Luckily, he was saved by the pig and the rope that was held to his waist. However, he was hanging, he was suspended in midair, and it was cold and pitch dark. At that time, he was a very, very strong believer in God. He cried out loud. He said, "Oh God, please save me." He cried out loud. And to his response, there came a voice in the night, in the pitch dark. The voice said, "Son, don't worry. Please cut off the rope that you're hanging on." He was startled. He thought the rope was the only savior and he was hanging on only with the help of the rope. He didn't believe. He said, "God, please save me." And the voice again said, "Son, please cut off the rope." He did not believe the voice. He thought that is some hallucination. He didn't cut off the rope. And unfortunately, he passed away in the cold of the night. The next day, the rescue workers came and they identified his body hanging just 4 feet away from ground, suspended by the rope. This is called faith. He did not see the ground beneath him. Though the God was there to guide him, people always look for what they see. Faith is nothing. You know, even if you don't see, you have faith and you take the best step forward, you will definitely be benefited. So that is the kind of faith that we all need to have. In fact, I really loved the presentation made by Mr. Palani a couple of days back. Very, very interesting and valuable life lessons that he said. And he said, there is a lot of power in spoken words. Speak what you want, even if you don't have it. So my humble request to all the fellow IFAs is, please talk about a V-shaped recovery. We don't know what is going to happen. We don't know whether it is going to be V or it is going to be U or it is going to be L. But we would be definitely better off if we speak what we want instead of speaking what we don't want. Okay? So faith and fear, both are almost similar. Faith is the belief in something not you've seen. Fear is also belief in something that you've not yet seen. You might wonder, how could both faith and fear be the same? Well, faith is positive, fear is negative. Now, my question is, should we at this point in time develop positiveness or negativeness? So friends, please have faith. And as you increase on your faith, your fear factor will automatically come down. So please have faith. This is my message. And with this message, let me go on to my presentation. Well, we are all financial planners and advisors. And what are we? I consider that we are all part of this noble profession. No other profession, ours is as equivalent to that of a doctor. We are into a very, very, very noble profession. We help, we handhold people, and we help them to make meaningful financial decisions in their life, and we help them to achieve their goals one by one. Be it, having insurance for the family, protecting their family, taking adequate health cover, creating emergency fund, or be it providing for the children's future or saving for their own retirement. We help them to take meaningful financial decisions so that the life will be totally different. So our profession, please be proud that we are into a very, very, very noble profession, my friends. And the best part is we are our own boss. At least for me, who have worked under a corporate environment, definitely know the difference between working for a boss and being your own boss. All of us are really gifted because we don't have people to breathe behind our neck and say, do this, do that. Okay? We decide our own targets. We decide our own growth. And we write down our own paycheck. If we want more income, we go out and do more business. Okay, so that flexibility and freedom, I don't think any other business in this world provides that kind of a freedom. Even in this lockdown, thank God for the kind of business that we are in. We are able to survive. We are able to do business. Though there is a marginal loss in the income, transactions are smoothly training through. Not even one investor would say that my switch did not happen, my redemption did not happen, my additional purchase did not happen. Such is the blessed environment that we are in. We should all thank our own decision and God to help us through this tough times. And we create, what is the kind of income we create? We create passive income. There are a couple of friends, for whatever reason, health reason or whatever reason, they are unable to work for a couple of months, but they don't lose the income. They continue to make the income because the income that we are paid through this business is very, very passive in nature. And that is one of the major reasons which attracted me to this wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And what we have a wonderful work-life balance, friends. There is nowhere else, any other business, even if you take doctor's business, they are noble business, but okay. So what we enjoy is, because of all these factors, we enjoy good health and also phenomenal wealth, abundance of wealth. There is no other business in this world which can actually parallel or come close to the kind of profession that we are in. So please be proud and very, very happy about this profession, my friends. And, you know, particularly this particular slide is exclusively for those who have stepped into the business very recently, or people who have been in the business but are sure, just like where I was sometime back in 2007 to 2009, when I was really looking up for a mentorship and when I was really looking up for confirmations. If you understand this particular slide, this one slide sums up the entire uniqueness of our business model, and no other business model will come close to this. Please watch this. You know, you might be wondering as to what are this W's, continuous W's, okay? Let me explain this, my friend. When you start the business, all that you need to do in the initial period is work, 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 and there will be very little money, M, flowing in. But you continue to work, 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 work your way. And slowly, as you keep progressing your business, you will work, 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 work. There will be money, money, money. You continue to work, work, and you'll get money, money. But as you move into your third, fourth, and fifth year, you will have work and very little work, but bigger money coming in. Money, 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 work, 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 money, 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 work, work. As you grow into your 5th to 10th year of business, that is when the business becomes extremely interesting. It is all the way money, 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 very little work, work, and again money, 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 money. That is the beauty of our business. No other business where you put in hard work. If you go to an employment, you work every month, you get your salary. You can't claim your salary for the work done 3 years back. But in our business, you have this unique opportunity where you work, really do hard work in the initial periods and reap benefits over the long-term time. Okay, please understand this uniqueness of the business. I'm sure all of you will be extremely successful. Now, let me quickly communicate to you. As an advisor, you need to have some traits. You need to have some qualities in you that will make you, that will differentiate the boys from men's from boys. Okay, what are those qualities? Let's quickly look at some of the important qualities. Desire to win. That is the key element. You need to have a very, very, very strong desire to win. You need to have a strong burning desire to be successful, to create an impact in in the customer's life, in your client's life. You need to ensure that, yes, here it is. I'm going to go out there and make a positive impact in the financial life. Impact, not a burning desire to make money. No, money is a byproduct. You need to have a burning desire to make that wonderful change in every people that you meet, every people that you convert to your client. Make that positive change so that they feel that the life has been much, much better after they met you. Customer focus. This desire can be really translated into business only if you have that good customer focus mentality in you. You need to be passionate about what you're doing. The other day I watched Padmanabhan Paddy, my very close friend. He is so passionate about whatever he does. He is very, very passionate about whatever he speaks. Whenever he talks about mutual fund, no, he will be so passionate. You need to be that kind of passionate when you're talking about your business, your practice, and the entire industry. Working habits, very important, my friend. In fact, one of my close friends, we used to work together right from our ICICI days. I know him for more than 15 years, Shrikant Narasimhan. He has got fantastic work ethic. In fact, 2012, he started his practice. Even now, he does not have any staff. He does the entire business by himself, thanks to NSC platform and other technology. He is a one-man army, but he is so, so effective. And the kind of work ethic that he has is something that I extremely feel proud of, and I salute that. You need to have that kind of a work habit. People skills, that is very, very important. We are in people business. We need to imbibe people skills. We need to be good to people. We need to learn to empathize them. We need to learn to understand them. You know, look at people like AK and Mr. Ramesh, but all those veterans, Mr. Sudarshan, they have excellent people skills. They are people person. They put people in the front. We need to have that kind of qualities. And you need to be good in probing. You need to understand what are the needs of your customers. Unless you're good in probing, unless you're able to ask a lot of questions, you will not be able to find out the answers. So you need to be developing the probing skills. And when you probe, when they give answers, you listen to them. You need to be an active listener. You should not be repeatedly asking them questions. Make notes, document everything. That is very, very important. And, you know, 2009 till now, change has been the only constant. We have seen a lot of changes that swept through the entire system. And we have also, those who are standing today are all those people who have withered the storm. And, you know, we have stood by the changes thanks to associations like IFA Galaxy, which helped us in, you know, managing the change, adopting to change, and readiness to change yourself is a very, very key quality of an advisor. Friends, please understand, this is a long-term business like any other practice. A doctor or a lawyer or an architect, they don't start making money right out of college. They need to set up practice and they need to slowly build the practice. You look at a good doctor, you would have spent at least 10, 15 years to establish himself. You look at a good architect, you would have spent equal amount of time. So our practice is also similar to that. So be ready. Don't expect key changes to happen overnight. It will all happen. You need to wait and you need to have your good work ethic. So you need to follow, as you said, there is a law of sowing and reaping. What does it mean? What you sow, you will reap. So you sow good seeds, you will get good bountiful. And law of sowing and reaping also says you will reap more than what you sow. You know, if you sow one grain, you will get a bountiful. And so like that, you don't sow today and immediately tomorrow dig up and find out whether, it is produced. There is a gestation period. You sow, you nurture, and you wait. Likewise, in our business, sowing means, spending time, understanding the business, networking with people, understanding how it functions, improving product knowledge, improving the skill set required to actually be a better advisor. This is sowing. And once you sow and once you get in those clients, after 5-10 years, reaping will happen. And when reaping happens, it will be bountiful, my friend. Be confident about that. Don't get carried away by the short-term excitements like this foreign trips, this contest, that contest, SIP contest. In my 13 years of practice, I have never ever participated in any contest at all. I don't do business for the sake of AMC. I do business for the sake of my clients. Have that kind of a work ethic. There are a lot of reasons for concern. Okay, I can name, you'll all agree with me. Falling markets, impact of COVID-19, poor fund performance. In fact, 3 to 4 year returns are negative today. We all know that. Negative macro environment, negative domestic environment, impact of lockdown on economy, the increasing fiscal deficit, add to this the debt market crisis, you name it, everything has come in one flow. But friends, are these new? I've been in the market from 1990, right from the Harshad Mehta scam. We have gone through a lot of ups and downs. And one thing that I've seen always is whenever something goes up, it comes down. And whenever something comes down, it always goes up. Never once something stays flat forever. Definitely not in stock market. It has never ever happened. So please don't worry. These are definitely uncertainties. But that is the part of our business. We know that. It is like the ECG curve. What happens to ECG if it is flat? The curve has always to be, going up and down. If it is flat, you know what it means. So don't worry about all these uncertainties. See, it might be strong today. But please understand, it will not be raining forever. It has never ever happened in the history. Look at this. History always repeats itself. Have you forgotten 2008 subprime financial crisis? What happened? Sensex dropped from 21,000, it came down to 8,500. Within about a year, it bounced back to 17,000. Okay? So such is the kind of business that we are in. There it was a V-shaped recovery. Let us hope and pray that it is going to be a V-shaped recovery now also. So be confident, my friends. Don't worry about the market condition. We can never control anything. But in spite of all this market condition, there is one thing that will always remain constant. What is that? Wherever the market goes up, market comes down. Your clients will always have the need for saving and investing towards their future goals. They need to create an emergency fund. They need to plan and save and invest for the children education, children marriage. They need to actually create a corpus for their own asset acquisition. They need to buy a car. They need to buy a house. They need to go on vacation. They need to buy a property, whatever. These things never change. People are not going to, after the lockdown, after the curve flattens, and after the COVID subsides, people are going to need this. People are going to have this need to save and invest. And they need to save for their own retirement. Put a number to all this, my friends. Now, who's going to help them? It is your responsibility and my responsibility to go and handhold them and help them during this crisis and after this crisis. Because of the crisis, these bonds will not definitely subside. They may not go on a foreign tour. They might not do traveling. They may not upgrade to a luxury cars. Fine. But they will definitely have to plan for the children's future. They will have to save money for their retirement. So please be ready for all these things, my friend. Are you ready to serve them? This is a question that you need to ask yourself. Do you have the mindset to serve them? Is your business model client-centric? Are you going to rush and make them invest because you had some dip in investment, and so that, you know, when they have money, you ask them to make all those wrong decisions? Or are you going to be working, placing the client in the front, working for their interests? Will you manage their portfolio just like you are going to manage your own portfolio? Ask yourself this question. Now, do you have the necessary tools and knowledge? Now, this is a God-given opportunity for us to upgrade our knowledge. And people like Ramesh Bhatt are doing exactly that. And, you know, the organization like IFA Galaxy are doing exactly that. Every other opportunity, there are 2 webinars coming up every week. Mr. Ramesh Bhatt is throwing up on a daily basis informations that otherwise you have to pay and get. Knowledge, experience from fellow. How can you get there is a gentleman speaking from Calcutta. There is a AMC fund manager speaking to you. There are successful IFA speaking to you. There is a real estate investor, the real estate manager speaking to you. Where else will you get this kind of a knowledge? This is the best time. Use this time effectively. Upgrade your knowledge. Invest on getting useful tools. You need to be transparent. When you're placing, see, this is a fiduciary responsibility that we have. There should be no conflict of interest. Be transparent. Let your client know why is he making that investment. When can he expect the returns? And what kind of returns can he expect? If you're making any changes in the portfolio, tell them the reason. Document everything. Be transparent. You know, tomorrow, nobody should point a finger at us and say that you have failed. Please remember this. We need to be really transparent. Do you have 100% wallet share? Is your customer completely depending on you for all his financial needs? Ask yourself this question. When would he have it? Only if you're going to provide a holistic service. That is when he will think that, yes, this person will definitely help me to fulfill all my financial needs. Provide a holistic service. That is when you will get 100% wallet share. Do you review periodically? This is very important. You know, everything is dynamic today. Everything changes. His income, his aspirations, the portfolio, his needs, everything changes. And if you give an investment and sit quiet, it does not take care by itself. You need to have a mechanism where you constantly, on a periodic basis, at least I suggest twice a year, set up a review, meet with him, give him confidence, find out what is happening in his life, and find out how you can actually help him manage those situations. And do you charge a fee? If you think you're worthy enough, if your services are worthy enough, why not? Go ahead and explore how you can be appointed as a retainer by him. Charge a fee. This will cover your overheads. And as I told you, be ready to change. That's very important. Now, success roadmap, I'm telling you, people do not plan to fail. What they do is they just fail to plan. That is very important. So you don't actually fall in the second category. Draw your business. My question to all those people out there who are starting the business, who have been in the business for 3 years, 5 years, who are not able to be successful, my question to you is, do you have a business plan? Have you written down the plan? And are you ensuring that you are going as per the plan? Or if your plan needs a change, are you reviewing it? Are you tweaking it? Friends, I'm telling you, I've spoken to a lot of people. They start the business, they don't have a plan for themselves. Now, when you don't have a plan, how are you going to work out another person's plan? Please, this is very, very important, my friends. Have a plan and refer to the plan. Find out whether you are going as per plan. Consider your own experience, your strength, the segment that you wish to work in, what are the products that you're going to offer. It is unlimited. And most importantly, try and have a cash flow projection for the next 5 years. It might not be right. There will be a lot of changes. Keep reviewing. At least you know what you're aiming for, right? Who should be your client? See, when I started, it's an interesting thing how I started my business. Let me share you that little bit of information. I was working for ICWAI and suddenly they gave me this opportunity to go ahead and distribute financial products. I was supposed to set up teams and manage those teams. And through those teams, I need to drive business in selling insurance and mutual funds and products. This was a new assignment to me. And when I wanted to approach the assignment, I started digging and I started delving into what actually it means. And that is when I chanced upon the word financial planning. And I started learning financial planning and I started working out my own financial plan. I've been in financial services industries. I worked for bank, but friends, when I worked out my own financial plan in the year 2006, I found out that I had zilch knowledge on financial planning. I had done nothing about financial planning. I was randomly making investments. I was saving taxes based on whatever people said. And I did not have sufficient insurance cover, health insurance cover, nothing. And there was money lying in the savings account. It was totally a mess. I started drawing my own financial plan first. When I drew out my own financial plan, that is when I realized the importance and the significance and the value addition that it can add to an individual, the kind of peace of mind that it gives to you once you know that your financial future is taken care of is a totally a different experience. When I experienced that, I thought this is a wonderful thing to do. I started advocating financial planning in ICICI Securities. And unfortunately, because of the success, they wanted me to move to Mumbai. I wasn't ready to move to anywhere. Based on the confidence or the knowledge that I gained, I thought, why not start up my own financial planning practice? And that is how we started Optima Financial Solutions way back in 2007. And when I knew that a person like me knew nothing about financial planning, needed financial planner to help me, I thought I'm going to work in that segment. I decided very clearly that my segment is only budding HNIs, people like me. At my age, I was 30, 35, 36 then. I wanted to target because I found that there is a huge vacuum. These people, budding HNIs, they had surplus, they had needs, but they had nobody to actually take care of them. Private wealth managers, they had a different ticket size. On the lower end of the spectrum, all that you had was insurance distributors and other distributors who were only trying to sell products. So I decided my client segment that I will work only with budding HNIs and I will do only financial planning. And today, 2007 till 2020, I have about 75 families that I am servicing. Okay. In fact, yesterday I took notice of whatever that Paddy had to say. I've always focused only on my clients. I've never actually focused on my income. After listening to Paddy, I thought we should also look at the commission income that is flowing in. I've never looked at that. I should seriously start doing that. 75 families. In fact, past 3 years, I have not been adding any clients at all because I wanted to enjoy this balance between work and life. And I'm feeling so comfortable with whatever balance only. And out of this entire 75 clients, most of them came only through references. I never did marketing. Of course, initially when I started, when you are in the work mode, first 2 years, you need to do that. In fact, luckily, I didn't struggle much on the financial front because I did, by God's grace, also got some training assignments, and I was doing some training. This training income was actually giving me sustenance support. So I was doing the work thing. I used to go and do put up stalls in corporate companies and things. Out of 20, 30 people who would come, only 1 or 2 would come and inquire. In fact, I was living in a huge apartment, about 430 people living in that apartment. I used to distribute pamphlets to everyone. I used to have some tax planning thing done on a CD. On New Year's Eve, I was standing in front of the temple and I was distributing pamphlets and brochures. Out of, say, hundreds of brochures that I distributed, one person came back to me and said, yes, I'm interested. Out of numerous stalls that I did, one person came back to me and said, would you please help me? Out of stalls that I did at various places in my own community, one person came. In fact, when I started, I did not have any clientele at all. 2 people from my ICICI, whom I had been doing financial planning, they found out that I've quit. They called me, they got my number, and they called me and said, I heard that you quit. Yes, I quit and I've started on my own. They said, we wanted to work with you. We did not know about ICICI, but we were extremely impressed with whatever that you talked to us about. So would you be interested in, helping us? And those are the clients who started giving me referrals after referrals after referrals. That's how the business worked. Did it happen in overnight? No. Did I struggle? Yes, you bet. I was struggling. I was not even making 10% of what I used to earn in ICICI in the first 2 years. Okay. Now I have more than compensated that. Believe me, friends, if you have a strong business model and if you start working on your conviction, definitely you will make it big. It's only a question of time. And how we are going to make it big is what I'm going to share with you now. Now decide on your client. That is very, very, very important. You need to know what kind of, are you going to work in the retail segment? Are you going to work in the HNI segment or the ultra HNI or the budding HNI? But in my own experience, my friends, I will tell you, please start working on the budding HNI because that is the space which requires huge support and that is the space which is mostly neglected. I found it really useful and that is the space which will not bother you often. HNIs, they are very, very, very price sensitive. Tomorrow they will move to direct, they will move to somebody else. And retail, it is a long, long, long haul. Super HNIs, they are definitely not going to come to you and I because their product requirements are completely different. So if you want to work on a bulletproof model, work on, see, I'm telling you, in this crisis, most of the people that I'm speaking to are worried about losing their AUM, not because of the market, but because of the fear that clients are going to pull out money. On the contrary, I also got calls from my clients worried about the market condition. All that I asked them was, do you have your goals coming in the next 1 or 2 years? They said, no. Then don't worry. Did we save for this 1 or 2 years? No, we are saving for your children's future, your children's marriage, your own retirement, all this. And luckily, since I started my business, keeping me as my target client profile, all my clients, my average client age is between 35 to 40. So they are all in the process of accumulating wealth. And none of them have any urgency to pull away the money. I have only very few retired people. In my practice, I do retired people and single mothers I do not charge even a single naya paisa to them. I do it absolutely free of cost to them. This is my way of giving back to the society. Others, I charge them. Based on whatever value add that I do, I charge them. So you need to be really have a target revenue. You need to know what should be your per client revenue. When I started my business, I started with a per client revenue of 10,000 rupees per client. I thought 10,000 rupees per client would be a good enough. Soon I found out that 10,000 is not good enough. I revised it to 25,000 per client. And today, as I'm 13 years into the business, my per client revenue, that is per client, I need to receive this much of revenue per annum. Per annum, my per client revenue today is 50,000 rupees per client. Okay, I know what is the segment that I need to work and which is the segment that I need to go. Do all of them give me 50,000 rupees right from day one? No. They will start off with 20,000, 25,000 and gradually move up to 50,000. I'm ready to wait. But I know that this segment, if you nurture, they will give you bountiful and they will stay with you. These are sticky assets and you will get 100% wallet share. And the most important thing, a bulletproof business model. Friends, please take a look at this. And this is a wonderful business model, very, very easy. And this is the kind of business model I think those who have started the business, those who are trying to find their ways in the business, please take a look at this business model. A typical client profile, husband and wife, dual salary income, income ranging from anywhere between 25 to 35 lakhs per annum, age group preferably between 30 to 40, okay? They typically would have in an Indian context 2 children, school-going children. And what are the needs? They would need about minimum 3 to 6 lakhs of income protection, what we call as an emergency fund. You know, what you can do, help them to park that money in liquid fund. And when you do that, 6 lakhs into a liquid fund will translate into 1,200 rupees of income for you per annum. Family protection, they need to take term insurance. The breadwinner has to be completely de-risk himself. You help them to get a good term insurance, say about 1 crore, and health insurance, say about 10 lakhs for both of them. Today you get tax benefits. So assuming you get about 30,000 of health insurance premium and also 1 crore of cover, that will approximately fetch you 3,400 rupees of renewal commission. Children future, very, very, very important. You know, for children future, I give all the products that are available, systematic investments, all those companies like ICWAI, Birla and Reliance, which provides free insurance cover. That's a wonderful product. So I would suggest strongly people start using this wonderful benefit that is available, provided by the AMC, ICICI, Birla and Reliance does it. Okay, I'm not advocating any specific fund. Here I'm talking about the product, please understand. Now, minimum requirement will be about 15,000 to 25,000 of SIP investment per month, systematic investment per month. If you do that, that will translate to about 2,250 rupees per annum. Their own retirement planning outside the PF, PPF, whatever that is there. I asked them to pull out of PPF completely since it is long term. PF, they will continue. PPF, I don't generally ask them to invest in PPF. Instead, convert everything into SIP. And that 25,000 minimum, that will translate to another 2,250. In addition, they will have some surpluses created through annual bonuses or annual savings, and you help them to provide a budget so that they stick to the budget. They know what is cash flow. They understand that they have to save and invest for the goals. So they will be, mind will be tuned more towards saving and investing. Minimum 10 lakhs of surplus per annum. That is going to fetch you about 7,500 rupees of trial income. Add to that whatever fees that you want to charge. Say I'm saying 5,000 rupees a year. You are looking at a starting first year fee income of client revenue of 21,600 per client. Imagine if you put in about 50 100 clients in 1 or 2, 3 years, what would be your kind of income? And this is, mind you, friends, the first year income. As the SIP starts trickling in, it gets into the compounding effect. And as it gets into the compounding effect, your income also gets into the compounding effect. Friends, very simple. Look at how effectively a SIP can actually contribute to your bottom line and to your income. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing that I worked out. Please take a look at this. A systematic investment plan of just 20,000 rupees per month. What I've done is I've back tested this number from 2010 to 2019, and I applied Sensex closing prices as the value for SIPs. Friends, you will notice that if you start doing this, if you have done this, if you have set up your business, and if you have put in about 20,000 SIP, and assuming you have 50 clients doing only 20,000 SIPs, by the end of 2019, your annual income would have been 17,53,000. And the customer's CAGR would have been 10.56. Today, this is the kind of return that I promised. I promised 12% return, meaning I suggest 12% return to my clients over long term whenever they have to achieve goals. After the long-term capital gains, I've brought it down to 10.8% net rate of return. So see, in this profession, we are not in for chasing returns.
Correct.
And these people are not looking for chasing returns or multiplying their wealth. All that they are looking for is peace of mind. They want to ensure that they are meeting the goals that they have planned for without any hassle. And you need to be there, help them, guide them doing this. I will share this presentation with Mr. Butt, and I would request him to share this presentation to whoever wants to have a look at this information, this slide, and get an information on what it happens. I have only added a fee income of about 2,500 rupees every year per client. 50 clients, 20,000 rupees of SIP, it will fetch you this kind of income. I have back tested, I have not given some random returns. I have validated this information with the Sensex returns, my friends. So please, again, I'm telling you, have faith. What kind of faith? Faith in yourself. You should first place believe in yourself and have faith in yourself. You should have the faith that, yes, I'm in a noble profession. I am here to go and make those positive changes in people's life. I'm going to impact them. I'm going to provide peace of mind to them. I'm going to ensure that the entire financial requirements are completely taken care by me. This kind of faith you need to imbibe in yourself, and faith in your business. I've spoken enough and adequate about our business. It's a noble profession, wonderful business. Have faith in your business, my friends, and faith in God. But for Him, nothing. You and I cannot do anything. Have faith in Him. A great idea, my friends, will get you started, but it is your habits that will keep you motivated. I have found a lot of people with fantastic idea fizzle away, fizzle out, because they did not have a good work ethic. They did not have a good habit. You need to focus on habit. You need to be consistently going and meeting those prospects, making those presentations. Whether people are saying no, people are saying I don't want, people are saying, forget about that. Keep doing this. 100 people you meet, 2 to 3 will definitely say, yes, I need. Those 2 to 3 will be your advertisers. Once they experience your service, they will go out and bring 100 people for you. The first thing that you need to do is get that initial 10 people for which you need to go and work. Continue to work. Commitment to continuity establishes emotional stability, my friend. You need to go out. This is where I admire Srikanth and people like him. I salute their efforts. Friends, there can be people smarter than you, There can be people more knowledgeable than you. There can be people who are so very well networked than you. There can be people who can communicate so extremely well than you. But remember, my friends, there should not be even one single person who can work as hard as you can. If you can do that, success is yours, my friend. That is what is called faith. Rest of the factors will get ironed out. You can acquire them over a period. But this ability in you to go out and fight it out, that commitment, that hard work in you, that is what will make you a successful person. It's a habit that builds character. When nobody is signing up to you, when nobody is listening to you, you need to go out and you need to go and knock those doors and tell them that I've come here to help you. I have come here to manage your finances. You know, what you have is a pot of gold. Just because the other person says that I don't want it, you don't lose the value of gold that you're carrying. People who value will come to you. Until then, you keep knocking. That is the only thing that you can do. Don't get frustrated. Invest in self. How do you invest in self? Increase your knowledge. I'm not saying go and buy expensive attires, expensive apparels. No, that is not what is investing in self. Investing in self is to invest in your knowledge. And you know, people like Mr. Butt are doing just that for you. They are simplifying life. They're making it so very easy for you to actually be successful. Read autobiographies, read biographies of successful people. That will give you great inspiration. I, for one, I always found inspirations in reading people's biography, how they have overcome challenges. That has always been an inspiration. It need not be from the same field. It could be from any field, be it sports, be it arts or anything. Please read autobiographies of people who have been successful. That will inspire you automatically. Develop a high self-image. Very important, friend. What is self-image? It is not what people think about you. It is not what you think about people thinking about you. What is self-image? Self-image is what you think about others thinking about you. If you think others are thinking so low about you, your self-image will be low. If you think, on the other hand, others are thinking so high about me, all my clients are respecting me, they are thanking me, they are actually, you know, feeling good that they came across me in their life. If you think you're adding value, if you think, no matter what, let the other person think whatever he wants. But if you think that you are really worthy in the other person's eyes, your self-image will increase. In this business, your income is directly proportional to your self-image, my friends. Higher the self-image, higher will be your income. And the contrary is true. So please develop your high self-image. Faith in business, I told you, you know, be a part of large organizations. At least for me, I told you the turning point was to walk into that IFA Galaxy event in 2009. Since then, I have been a part of this IFA Galaxy event, and that has transformed my life big time. Ignore negative association. Very, very, very important. Today, you know, every other person out there is ready to give negative views. Please don't listen to them. They are not going to help you. Don't miss a training opportunity. This I consider as a training opportunity. Whatever videos that Mr. Butt is uploading and whatever IFA Galaxy is webinars that they are conducting today, so much is happening. So much of information and tools are available absolutely free of cost. Don't miss out any opportunity, because you can never say that you have learned enough in your life. Be open yourself to sharpen the saw. Sharpen the saw. Continue to sharpen the saw so that your productivity will be higher. And again, remember, friends, this is a very, very, very noble business. A few considerations that I would want to place is, you know, embrace technology. That's very, very important. Today's context, Technology is the only one which is helping us to be afloat. You know, you need to have the right tools. You need to have a good plan writing software. You need to have a good CRM tool. You need to have a good reporting software. Please invest in them. Pat, you also spoke about this, enough and adequate. Please, these are not costs. These are investments for your office. Successful practice, my friend. What defines a successful practice? Attitude. No, that is the only thing which will help you to go out there every other day and go and meet a prospect, even if you have received 10 no's the previous day, or continuously if you have not signed up any client over the last 1 month also. If you have the positive attitude, and only then you will go out and go and knock people and go and make presentations and go and make contributions, so that you are not definitely looking at looking at opportunities to make money. As I told you, money is a byproduct. You are out there because you have taken by choice this profession. It is your duty to go and make those positive changes in people's life. And only you can do it. Nobody else can do it. And it is your right and responsibility to do it. And only if you have a positive attitude, you will be able to do it, my friends. Develop positive attitude. That's very important. Solid business plan. I told you what kind of business plan that I had. Develop your own business plan. I've given you a few examples here. If you find it good and interesting enough, go ahead and use that. Follow that. Develop a long-term business. Nothing in this world will happen overnight. This is a long-term business. Please be ready for the long haul. Client-oriented, client focus should be of paramount importance. Please be focused on clients. Honesty, integrity. You know, people come to us only for trust. They completely trust us. They are going to reveal their entire financial information to you. Their income, their investments, their assets, their liabilities, how much of tax they are paying. Every information, every piece of information they are going to share with you, and you need to be really honest, and you need to uphold the integrity very much. Be a part of robust association. That is very important. Continuous learning. This is one such example. Upgrade your knowledge. These are very, very key, friends. And, you know, I once again, take this opportunity to thank Mr. Bhatt. He has been doing a wonderful, wonderful job, you know, to your life of abundance, my friends. I hope this video is really, really useful to you, and you will find value in this. And whatever that I've shared, whatever experience that I've gained through this past 13 odd years, I've taken this opportunity to share with you. So if you have any questions or anything, please leave it in the comment. I will definitely respond to you. Okay. And Mr. Bhatt, if you have any specific questions, please do ask. And if you have time, we can go ahead and answer that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. That was really, really wonderful. You have given lot of inputs which we have given. You have almost spent an hour and 5 minutes with us. You have given a wonderful inputs for all the friends across. I think let our friends put their questions in the below, so that you can comfortably answer them. And friends, I started introducing Mr. Vasu in Tamil. So let me introduce again Mr. Vasu in English. So people who have who do not know Tamil, they can also understand. Mr. Vasu, I know him last 15 to 17 years, and he's BCom, ICWA and CFP. And he came to this industry in 1990. In financial services, he was working with a stockbroker. And 1998, he joined the HDFC Bank, then moved to ICICI Bank. 2007, he thought, no, let me work for my heart. Let me work for my client with complete faith. 2007, he started Optima Financial Services Limited, and then he joined associated with IFA Galaxy, and he has grown in a very big way because positive people are there in IFA Galaxy. We are all positive. We know how to take things forward. By the grace of God, we have grown, and everybody has grown. And Mr. Vasu is very popular in TV channels in Tamil Nadu. Soon he will be popular abroad and across India also. You will all see him in any one channel like either ET Now or CNBC or whatever it is in the days to come. And thank you, Mr. Vasu, for your 1 hour time spending with us.
I consider this channel as more important and more having a direct reach than any other channels. This is the channel that I would want to be in. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Because this directly addresses our community.
Thank you very much again, sir, for your time. You have almost spent good time with us with a busy schedule, and I know that 100%, being a Sunday today, people entire country Sunday, which this is published on Sunday, entire country will enjoy it. As last Sunday we had Palni's program, and this Sunday we are having Mr. Vasu's program. Please enjoy and give your comments down. Thank you.
My pleasure, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.